you run your own company, and the company is called Peachy Pics Productions.
Yes.
And it's a video company where you provide videography services to corporates, to speakers, right? Maybe could you tell us a little bit more about why you started a videography company?
Okay, maybe let's go back to the first time. So basically, I fell in love with video, I think, in primary school, where my late grandfather had this old school camcorder. So I would borrow it and do some kind of like random shots of my family, random shots of what's going on in whatever that I see. And I got fascinated with the zoom in and zoom out. It's more of like, do you mean I can bring that thing or that person near to me without me going to that person? So that kind of like sparked the interest, or I fell in love with video. And then in 2009, I got my first digital camera with the interchangeable lens. And I started with random shots, going for holidays, my family, my friends, my workplace, my colleagues, because at that point of time I was still working full time. Yeah, so and then one day, a friend of mine who actually has a business wanted to organize all female events, and she was looking for a female videographer. So she was telling me that, would you want to film my event? I would like to hire you. So the word hire is like, oh, that means I'm getting paid, this kind of thing. So I said yes, and then I realized that videography space is very male dominating. It still is, and I saw the gap. That female videographers, there's not many female videographers, especially in the corporate side of things. So I saw the gap, and I think, if I'm not wrong, 2009 or 2010 was also the first start of all female-centric events. People are organizing only female events, and they're looking for female videographers, female photographers, but there's not many of it. So I decided to make it into a career. And I actually fired my boss in 2010 and started running a business without any knowledge of running a business. Yeah, so that's basically how I started Picture Pics itself.
So you jumped into the ocean.
I jumped straight.
What gave you the courage to make that jump?
I think it's blessing from my husband. I did ask him if I were to quit my job without any safety net. Would it be okay for you? I want to pursue this career, and I want to build something for myself. I want to work for my business. I want to build my career as a business person. And my family is not I did not come from a family where we also run a business. We come from a family where we all believe in working 9 to 5, study hard, work harder. So I broke the chain. I went into business, and I think if you ask me about courage, I feel that it's really a lot of blessing from my husband.
So what you're saying, I'm sensing that support from your spouse,
yes,
significant other, your family is important.
Yes, yes.
And that was the impetus for your move, and you make that jump, that leap of faith.
Yeah. Like literal, no safety net, no savings. But if you were to ask me, right, if you were to ask me now, maybe I wouldn't dare to do it. And I don't advise people who jump straight away without any safety net. I think you should at least have a 6 months of savings to make sure that you can sustain, just in case it didn't work. At least you have something to support you. Yes.
Yeah, I guess manage the risk and cushion. You mentioned about your husband's blessing.
Yeah.
But what internal? So internally, perhaps is the blessing. Could you share anything else internally that you needed to make that jump?
The satisfaction. I wanted to have satisfaction doing the business for myself, so that I can wake up in the morning and feel like, let's do it. Let's work for it.
And I wanted to zoom in on your work as a videographer
Yeah.
involves a lot of shooting people's emotions and translating what they feel into a story and right, making it into a visual. So what are some of the techniques that you use to convey your message effectively?
I'm a very structured person, I would say. So I have a structured way of translating these emotions into visual. I do give a set of questions to my clients so that when I am creating the videos for them, I understand the way they want the videos to be. I understand about their brand. I understand about their tone of voice, especially, and definitely I want to also understand the target audience that they want to reach out to.
Mm.
So usually when I create a video for a client, I will give them like a brief. I will give them a brief where in this brief there's a lot of questions that I will dig deep into what they want to achieve in a video. So basically, when I want to translate these emotions, these narratives into visuals, a lot of digging deep, especially in the pre-production process, so that I understand their way of thinking, and from there, the storyboard will be crafted, the script will be crafted, and then the video will come in.
Oh, that's very interesting. So you have a form, you ask them to fill in the brief,
Yeah.
and then from there you can tell what
Yeah.
they want, right? You can
Yeah.
envision. Okay.
Yes, correct.
I'm curious to know, do you ever see yourself as an artistic person? You are creating a video and that is a form of art, a form of expression.
Yeah.
Do you always see yourself as someone that can create?
Creative, okay, creative is very subjective, I feel. I don't really see myself as a creative person, but I do work with a lot of people. I do have my set of ideas, my set of thoughts, but I do work with people where their ideas are also fresh. So that's where the collaboration appear. So that's how I actually work with a lot of people, because when creating a video, it's not just about based on one person or just myself. I work with like directors, video editors. I work with video producers. So basically, all these ideas come together, and it becomes a creative video. But as a person myself, I am very logical in that sense. I'm very much of a left brainer, very logical. But I do a lot of I do a lot of exercises to spark my creative brains. So, for example, I go I go for a run in the mornings so that I can really be fresh and be creative when I start my day. So that basically, I am not a creative person, but I strive to be a creative person by doing these things to spark my creative brain.
Wow, that really
Yeah.
debunks myths that you have to be someone into arts
No.
or think that you're creative, right? Because you say you're a logical person, but you can
Yes.
express that. That's
Yeah, correct.
That's
Yeah.
very beautiful. And I'm sure throughout your entire career here, shooting videos for clients, I'm sure there's some projects that you're more proud of than others. Some projects that stood out for you. What were some of the more memorable ones?
I love filming for keynote speakers or trainers, because not only I get to film them, but I get to learn a lot from all these speakers. I get to learn a lot from all these trainers, because I am hungry for knowledge. I love, I love growth. My driving factor is growth, either for my business or for my self-development. So I would say I don't have like a specific project that I love, but filming keynote speakers, filming trainers are like one of my best areas. So whenever I have like speakers or coming to me like, Renee, are you free to film for me? Like, sure, yes, let's do it.
All right, let's do a shout out to all the speakers watching.
Yes, to you too as well.
Yeah, and there are many times I think I contacted you. Hey, there's a possible project here.
Yeah.
But I think it's always a joy to work with people that we already know, and you know the quality of their work, and you know they out there in the industry. So AJ and Renee are always top of mind when it comes to these things. Yeah, Freelancers Academy, amazing. Yeah, and I'm very curious to know as well, because I'm sure that the journey was not easy,
Mm.
right? Nothing comes easy, right? Probably you had some challenges in your career, right? Either working with clients, working or trying to get projects.
Right.
What are some of your unexpected challenges that came about as you walked down this journey?